It was all a dream.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
Let's start dreaming.
It alters your life and you never think the same again.
Some dumb thing on the edges of nowhere.
A collection of question marks stuck together into a pit of darkness. No logic, no reason, no explanation.
We can change it anytime we want. It's only a choice between fear and love.
That's just deep, bro. That's deep.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Let's Start Dreaming podcast. My name is Mikey Gianelli, and this is episode 14.
And my name is Carson McGregor, and this is episode 14.
Yes. You are not hearing it twice. Yes, you are, because we both said it twice. I want to give a quick shout-out to Carson for giving me this shirt. It says Lysergic on the front. On the back, it says L.S.D. 17. Mm-hmm. It's a great shirt. It was for my birthday. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. It's so cool.
Hey, no problem, man.
It's a tribute to something that's changed my life, but also the podcast itself. My L.S.D. shirt. So let's start dreaming, everybody. Also, it has 17 on the back, which is cool too because that's when that's if you guys remember that one episode of Frat Chat where I talked about my crazy acid trip. I was 17 when I lost my mind on acid, or when I learned all that stuff.
Well,
so
isn't the 17 from the actual chemical formula?
No, it's actually LSD 25.
Oh, well, that would have made more sense.
Yeah, I'll be damned if I wasn't thinking that though. When I opened it, I was like, oh, no. But
it's got to be a reference to something. It's got to be.
I googled LSD 17 and nothing related to the drug came up.
Interesting.
It's LSD 25. So I really thought it would have said 25. I thought that would have made more sense. But like the 17 is honestly personal.
Well, the sweatshirt was made in China, and so maybe in China the chemical formula is different.
You think they can't count? You think they're idiots? What the fuck is wrong with you? Piece of shit.
You know what's funny? I was buying the fucking sweatshirt, and it comes up for the price of it, and I'm like, holy shit, this sweatshirt is $3,000. And it's like, what? Oh no, that's Hong Kong dollars. Oh. And I'm like, oh fuck, okay.
Maybe it wasn't actually a sweatshirt. Maybe they're just selling real LSD on fucking Etsy. And they fucking just label it as a sweater. That's what they do though. Like for cannabis, like in DC, like, oh, buy a sticker and we include a free gift, $40.
Yeah,
buy the shirt.
Yeah.
I like that. That's clever. That is really clever.
Yeah. Have you seen you heard of dark web unboxing of mystery boxes? Have you heard of that thing?
What the hell is that?
It's like a trend on YouTube. I've recently found it. Now these videos are basically all fake. It's like a trend that's 90% filled with like fakers. There's a couple you can find that it's like, okay, definitely this was real. Just because they're from like kind of reputable channels that don't have a history of like lying in their content. But there are mystery boxes you can buy off the Darknet that they just are filled with random items. And
I would not want to do that. There'd probably be like a finger in there.
Well, yeah, no, but that's honestly, that's the type of shit that you're kind of hoping to get in a weird way, is like, a lot of them are filled with like a tape recording and a fucking a blanket, and then some dice with some weird marks on the dice, and it's like, okay, if I put all the pieces together, this could have been like a murder scenario.
Yeah,
you know,
that sounds very unsettling. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so it's like a YouTube trend for people to be unboxing these things, but like most of them are laughably fucking fake. Like they'll open it up and they're like, "Oh my god, it's full of blood," and it's like that's not how that works at all.
Who the hell is selling these? Like, whoever was selling these before the YouTube fucking trend became a thing, they're like, what was their intention?
To make money.
Darknet mystery box. Like,
well, I think a lot of them are probably just like put together in a way where it makes it seem like there's a fucking, you know, there's something there. It's like, oh man, this could be like a murder weapon, and then like the backpack of the victim because it has like these stains on it or what, you know, all that bullshit. And it's like somebody put that stuff together to make it seem a certain way so that they could make money off of like dummies on the internet, on the darknet.
Because Etsy is just too mainstream for them. It's not cool if they sell it on Etsy. They gotta sell it on the Darknet, so it look legit.
But then there's also the element of like actual criminals being like, well, I can't have this evidence just lying around. Might as well make a profit off of it. Like,
yo, but whenever that YouTube trend started, I bet these fucking sellers like, oh my god, my fucking my business is booming now. I wonder what's going on.
Dude, like, just serial killers being like, I gotta get rid of this axe somehow.
That is so fucking whack. I didn't even think of that when you started saying the story.
No, but it'll be weird. It'll be weird shit. It'll be somebody like a bin full of like women's underwear with a note that says like, "Hope you have as much fun with these as I did," and it's like, holy shit, that's creepy.
That could be any source.
But yeah, it's probably somebody that went to the thrift store, got a bunch of fucking women's underwear, put a note in there, and it's like, I'm gonna charge $100 for this fucking mystery box.
Wait, why have I never seen women's underwear in a thrift store?
You can't really get a whole lot of underwear.
I
at
wouldn't
thrift
say you
stores.
could, cause like that. Yeah, no, that's like undies, and I'm sure like a lot of women underwear that you get from the thrift store would have like bleach stains or like period stains on the thingy.
Well, yeah, just any underwear is gonna be tattered or stained up. Like if you're getting rid of underwear, there's something wrong with it.
Secondhand underwear, like. I ain't judging or nothing, but like, I personally don't think I would wear I would buy secondhand underwear.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing you got to spend money on. You know, you can have the whole fit thrift store bought, but you gotta fucking spend money on the underwear. You gotta like spend. My dog is barking right now. Abigail, chill. Hey, chill. Hey, lay down.
Don't you dare talk to your dog like that, dude. She's got rights too.
Dude, come on. Chill out, motherfucker. Okay,
I guess you could say that bitch is bitching.
Okay, I'm back. My dog was going crazy. Because a burglar broke into the house, but turned out to be a nice guy. So we got it all worked out.
Yo, have you ever seen like? I know this doesn't happen too often. I know I'm thinking of one occasion, but like some dude was streaming on Twitch and literally like his house got broken into while he was streaming, and like you could see the fucking burglars come and like just fucking burglarize his house while he's playing video games. Like what the fuck? That's what? The chat's just like going crazy like, "Yo, look behind you. Someone was in your fucking house."
That is kind of spooky. I did see a video of some girl recording like a dance video for TikTok, and she's doing it, and then like right in the middle of it, she's like in this New York style apartment where she's got like a balcony, you know, that there's probably stairs or something to get to it.
Yeah.
And there's just somebody that just like is in her window all of a sudden and starts talking to her.
What the fuck?
And she's just like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, get out of here. And he's just like, do you want to be friends? Like, and he's just creeping. And she's just in the middle of making a dance video and she caught it on camera. Like, that's some creepy shit.
No, but that's some good TikTok view footage, though. That's some, like, $2 million or a couple million view video. Like, yeah, she's got a creeper on her, but, like, also the clout she'll get from that is pretty good. It's a good trade-off, I would say. But then also not feeling safe in your apartment would probably be a bad trade-off, too. So there's that.
But that is kind of a good trade-off, though, because it's like, if you can get famous by, never feeling comfortable in your own home, like, of course, you're going to do that, right?
Well, I mean, you can move afterwards, and then it'll be all good, and then someone else hires a hitman for you on the Darknet, and then you die.
You know how like inexpensive hitmen are on the Darknet?
Yeah.
You get a hitman for like fucking $18 in a McGriddle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just no money.
No, but honestly, I think you can get one for like $10K. Like, I
it's crazy.
haven't been on the dark net, but if I ever was on the dark net and I was looking at a bunch of different things.
Why are you saying it like that? Just you've been on the dark net. It's not illegal.
The government's watching. Dude, people that go on the dark net too, just fucking like cruising on the dark net with Tor and think they're fucking safe. Like, no, bro. You need a whole fucking flash drive with a whole fucking other operating system that has a VPN built into it that changes your location every time you refresh the page. That's how you don't get caught. And that's how you fucking go on the dark net safely. But I wouldn't know.
Well, I think most people that we know, some people that we know use the dark net to like do nefarious shit, like buy drugs. But I think most people that I've met that use the dark net just use it for the wow factor, just to be like, oh, look at this, like look, I could buy heroin if I wanted to, just to like show people and be that fucking idiot.
It's really crazy. It's so crazy to me though. Like the first time I ever used it and drugs showed up at my door, I was like, what the fuck? I literally just ordered drugs online. I was fucking flabbergasted. Like, this is just like fucking Amazon. Like, what? Except you don't have Prime. You don't get Prime on that, which is not fun. But yeah, like,
they should do that. Do you think some darknet sellers are out there doing that? Like, hey, buy 2 get 1 free type shit.
100% they do that.
That's
and
awesome.
They probably have like quick shipping too. I definitely would never have done that though, just because like I'm a patient motherfucker.
It's like you buy 2 Malaysian schoolboys, get 1 free or get 1 half off maybe. But then you have to clarify when you say half off. It's like, I don't mean you're going to get half a Malaysian schoolboy, because go to this other store and you can get that for sure. But like here, I'm talking about the price. You can go to this other webpage where I'm selling half of Malaysian schoolboys for the people that are into that.
It's a really interesting time. Like, it's cool to find different websites, different vendors. There's like Wikipedias for different websites where you can buy stuff, and like, you know, people. It's like it's a real ass marketplace. Like, some vendors, some sellers have thousands of reviews, and you know, some people have no good reviews and they scam you. But like, they're really, really reputable people there, and like, they do everything they can to fucking stay reputable. And like, I used to get my stuff, I'd order it Monday, get it by Friday, serve on the weekend, everyone would be happy. And it was it was great. Like, I never had to worry about like, oh god, is it gonna be late? Like, nope, 5 days and boom, showed up. Actually, what I used to order, I would order something. It was very small, very discreet paper form of a thing, and I tell my
well, I wonder what that is.
I would never actually order it to my house because I was like on probation at the time, and my parents were like really sus about me most of the time, and so like I would always order to my friend Chris's house, and so I would never tell Chris what I was getting. I would tell him. I would tell him that I'd be getting Pokemon cards. I'm like, Chris, I'm getting Pokemon cards, but I really don't want my parents to think I'm like wasting my money or spending this on stupid stuff. So could I please send it to your house? And he's like, oh my god, fucking god, can't you just send it to your house? It's fucking Pokemon cards. And I'm like, please, dude, please. And at the time, he was kind of a pushover. And I like, Chris, you know we're homies now. We've been homies for years, but like, I don't know. He was like the punching bag of our friend group, so I would just.
I was putting you and your family on the radar for the federal, for like the fucking DEA.
No,
I was putting your family in a lot of danger.
They were slick though. Like, when I would get the package, they would say like, "Oh, here is your photographs that you ordered," and it was in like this like thin casing. Oh my god! Like, it would have it would be folded up in a letter in an envelope and a piece of paper, and then in this little like reflective sealed bag, and then yeah, he would never ask questions. I'd give him like $10 and be like, "Thank you," but that was like nothing compared to what I was making. Like, if he actually was in on it, I'm sure he would like ask for like $100, and I'd honestly give him $100, like no sweat. But yeah, no.
Couldn't you just gotten a P.O. box?
That's too much, dude. I mean, I mean, yeah.
Support your local post office by ordering drugs.
And that's, but like Dropboxes are scary. Then you gotta like, sometimes you gotta get somebody to like, have you ever heard of that person that like goes to the Dropbox and like picks it up, or the PO box and picks it up? Like, I forget what they're called. But like, there's literally people that just go, like, you can literally do this and make money. You fucking find a drug dealer and just become their pickup person, and then they tell you to go to which PO box, give you the key, and then you pick up their drugs for them. So if the cops are ready to bust you, then they don't bust the actual drug dealer, they just bust the picker-upper.
I feel like Postmates might have made that obsolete. Because I'm sure you could, some fashion, get like a Postmates delivery. Like, hey, could you pick up my mail?
What the fuck? I got a package.
I got a package, pick it up for me. And it's just some dude with a fucking lanyard.
The thing...
Cops around him. He's like, I don't know nothing. I'm just driving for Postmates. And they're like, sure, you fucking criminal. And they tase him.
The thing is, USPS is like the biggest plug, or like the biggest distributor of drugs. Like I swear, like the amount of okay, I'm not trying to snitch. The amount of plugs I see on Snapchat though, like opening up their like, oh, shipment just dropped in, and they're opening up their USPS packaged boxes. Like damn, like what is their security like? Do they have any security?
Well, I don't think they can look in your goddamn package.
Well, I'm thinking TSA levels at fucking at the airport. You know what I'm saying? Like they literally can X-ray your shit. Like I'm under the assumption that maybe there's somebody sitting there, but then again, there's like fucking millions of pieces of mail sent every day. So I guess
I think there's most people that work at the fucking post office. If they saw drugs come through on the X-ray scanner, they'll just be like, "Oh shit, nice." Let me cop this package real quick, and they just steal it.
And then the person receiving it's just checking the USPS website. Sorry, your mail was lost.
Some postal workers just sitting at home getting fucked up.
It's just so crazy how
just
all
doing
this
a
shit
mountain
works,
of blow.
And people are not afraid. Like I've never sent anything in the mail, but people just be sending it left, right, and center, and just don't give a fuck. Like it's really that easy.
Well, yeah, you just put like not your address for the return address, and put it in like a public mailbox, and it's like who are they gonna track that to?
Nobody, I guess. And especially if you drop it off in like a Dropbox thing, you know?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I know what I'm doing this summer.
Jesus Christ.
I'm playing. I can't do that shit. That's not my lifestyle. No way, no how. Not anymore. And let alone all the drugs you can find on the Darknet. Just everything else. Credit cards. Prostitutes.
What do you think, as far as like criminal activity goes, what do you think the percentages or just the amount of like retribution people want to bring upon drug dealers? On one front, it's like they're distributing drugs and drugs are not good. On the other, I think people are a little bit jealous. Like, fuck, man. Like, I've been working at this job. I've been trying to save money, and some pipe burst in my house, and I gotta fix that, so it wiped out my goddamn savings, and I gotta start from fucking square one again, and this dude just gets to sell a whole fucking bag of blow, and then live in Beverly Hills with a Lamborghini. Like, what the fuck is this bullshit? I think there's like there's a level of that, and that's the reason we, like, try drug dealers so heavily in court, because we're just kind of pissed off. Like, why are you guys just killing the game right now? Why do you guys get to live this life?
It's so enticing. It is so fucking enticing. Like the way you just spoke about that now just makes me like reminisce, because it's literally easy money. You have your own schedule. You get, if you're like on those drugs, if you want to do drugs, you can do them for free and make thousands of dollars in like a day. You can literally make thousands in a day.
Did you not listen to the 10 crack commandments? It's
Yeah.
like rule number 3. Do not get high off your own supply.
Never get high off your own supply. Number 4. Yeah, no. Well, I did. That's what most weed dealers do. That's what a lot of weed dealers do, is to just smoke to get high.
Yeah, I
They
think
smoke to
that's
pay for their
crack
weed.
specific.
Yeah. No, you can't be doing crack if you're selling crack, bro. No.
You know what gets me about crack is that like there's a whole industry around like making the best crack. Like, that's some like, real like dirty fucking rap music shit where it's like, oh yeah, we cook up the best rocks in this bitch. And I watched a video on it, some super low level like video camera from like 2008 on YouTube of somebody like, this is how you cook crack. And I was like, yeah, I'll watch this for a minute. And and he's showing me how to cook crack. And I'm just watching like, damn, these people don't do crack. It's like if you're a baker and you never get to eat your own cookies. You don't know if they're any good or not, but you just have to go off the word of your customers.
Yeah. But it's probably for the better they don't. Do you think you can buy Kodak Black's crack recipe on the Darknet?
I think he should put that in like a song. If I was like a super trap ass rapper, I think that would be a good like gimmick song on an album to be like,
it'd be cool as hell to,
this is how you make crack.
It would be cool as hell to either call it like something like rocks or not even have any context in it. I put the baking soda. I mean, if the moment you hear baking soda, you know what they're talking about, though.
Yeah, but here's the thing: that dude TJ, whatever his name is, the scam rapper. You ever heard of him? I forget his actual name.
Lil TJ?
Not Lil TJ. It's got like he's got like numbers in his name and shit.
Never heard of him.
But he like blew up for a second. He's not as big as he was like a year ago, but his whole niche was that he does like scam rap, and he's like how to like I think
what
I think like Scam Lesson is like the name of his debut album, like scam class or something, and a lot of his songs he's literally word for word telling you how to like commit credit card fraud on the Darknet. And it's like, it's a kind of a bop, like they're pretty good songs, but he's also just telling you how to do these things. He's like, all right, here's what you got to do. You got to get a VPN. And then he's like going through it like step by step on how to fucking commit these like major felonies.
I mean, that's one way to make a song. This is literally like real shit. I mean, I suppose.
Yeah, he's like, this was what I was doing. And then I bought a mic. And I'm like, fuck it. I'll just like let the world know.
Dude, a few things came to my mind during that. Fucking one, I hate how people glorify stealing, especially on TikTok. People are always like, "Oh, I'm just gonna borrow this later. Let's go borrowing." Like, that's one of my pet peeves. I really hate when people glorify stealing. And I mean, we don't glorify any bad shit here, to be honest. Not too much bad shit, but like stealing is so fucking stupid. Like it's.
We've talked about this before. That
we talk about it.
Yeah. That it's like we've talked about this before, that like stealing is not I mean, that's a very basic way to say it. Stealing's bad. Like, that's a stupid way to phrase it. No, it's just, yeah, it is stupid. And
shoplifting's bad, stealing's bad.
You're eventually gonna get caught, and it's
especially
just too
with
big of a
technology
risk.
these days. People just don't realize that there's literally someone getting paid, sitting at like a fucking computer screen for 8 hours a day. Probably more than you get paid, watching the cameras. And there's also policemen getting paid 8 hours a day to figure out who's dealing drugs, to figure out who's shoplifting, to figure out who's writing graffiti on the fucking walls of the fucking smoke spot that you go to. There are people getting paid to do this, and your ignorant ass is just fucking ignorant to the world around you. I mean, I can't blame you. That's how I was, but god damn, you don't gotta be so fucking stupid.
No, it does seem like an easy thing to do a lot of the times, you know, like you just see a shirt at the store and you're like, I could just like grab this and walk out. You know, the only way to successfully be a shoplifter, I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to do the TJ thing and give you guys the rundown.
You want to beat?
No, the only way to do it is do it once in a fucking blue moon. And even that is not a sure thing, but like, is do it once in a while. Now, most people, and myself included, I don't steal anymore. I used to kind of be in that world where I was doing that sort of thing, but I I think most people kind of that don't steal kind of get into this mindset where you're like, I can afford things. I don't need to steal. I have no reason to be doing this. I can just buy shit. And if I can't buy it, I can't afford it, then fuck it. Then I can't have it. That's fine. And but if you really want to, then the only way to do it is do it like once in a while and do it at completely different places every single time so that they can't like build a profile on you. And
Nice.
even that is not foolproof whatsoever.
Also, another thing I saw on TikTok, it was this woman trying to give like a warning, a PSA to people. She was showing different roofs of her townhouse complex, like the townhouse complex across the street. She's like, if you are someone like me who likes to grow plants during this time of the year, winter time, do not grow it in your top floor. Because literally, she showed like 1, 2, 3, 4 houses with the snow on the roof, and then the 5th house had no snow on the roof, insinuating that there was like a grow operation up in there.
Yeah.
And I mean, it could be like non-insulated ceilings, but like it also could be heat from the marijuana conditions in the room. And like literally, that's enough for a search warrant. That's enough to get busted. That's literally a search warrant worthy, which is crazy.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy that they can just do that. Like, there's no snow on your roof. We're coming in.
Oh! You got heated roofs? You got a heated house? You got heated walls? Nope. And even if you're growing like fucking cacti and herbs, like no, they might bust your house down. Maybe if they feel like it. But you know, they're not always gonna come in. But I just wanted to say that is probable cause, which blew my mind a little bit. I was really perplexed. So be careful if you're growing weed out there, people.
You ever watch those like legal channels on YouTube, like where they audit shit? They audit police.
Can you? I think I know what audit means. Like tax. I know what.
What
What does audit mean?
In this scenario, it basically they're examining and rating and ranking and kind of against the actual law how the officer in a situation and the person being questioned performed. You know, so sometimes it's like the person's like, I want to speak to my lawyer. I'm not talking to you. You can't do this to me. I know my rights. And the person's like, well, he actually didn't know his rights because he was doing this fucking shit wrong. Or he'll be like, oh, he did know his rights and he was completely in the right here, and that's why he's going to get off of this shit. Or they'll talk about how fucked up the cop's performance was and how they did everything wrong. Or they'll talk about how like the cop was completely in the right here. This is like, they'll kind of go through scenarios based on like film that it's, you know, real life scenarios, either body cam footage or otherwise. And they'll kind of give you the rundown of, in this specific situation, here is who did what right. And here is how both parties could have done better.
Are these YouTubers talking about it?
Yeah, it's like YouTube people.
Never seen that. I think, is it fun? Is it cool? It's like detective work from a YouTuber sitting at his desk and thinking he knows a thing or two. Well, they probably do know a thing or two.
It is interesting because, I mean, they do their research enough to be, because it's not a ton of research you got to do. They're like, yeah, we read the bylaws of Georgia and this shit that the cop said was absolutely wrong, or this shit was absolutely right.
No, that does sound cool, though. That does sound cool. Because you'll never know that in the moment. But it seems kind of good to prepare yourself if you're ever in the situation.
Yeah, know your rights. Definitely know your rights. Like, that's 100%. Because people give shit to these, like, these dudes online when they see videos of somebody that's like, I don't have to give you my ID. And people will give them shit being like, just give me your fucking ID. Like, you honestly have nothing to hide. You honestly have nothing to be scared of. You're not doing anything wrong. You're kind of making the point in this video that you're not doing anything wrong. So just give me your fucking ID. Like, and then this all ends quicker. And I
It sounds like something you would say.
No, but I fuck with that idea that it's like, why? No, I'm not going to give you my goddamn ID because you don't have the legal right for me to ask for it. You know? You don't. And if you don't, then I'm not going to like set this precedent for you that you can just go in and bully people. You can go in and just take what you want because you're Mr. Police Officer. Like, I'm going to be an asshole. I'm going to be stubborn as fuck. I'm going to annoy the shit out of you. I'm going to waste your time so that maybe in the future you'll reconsider being an asshole to people. Like,
Could you theoretically sue the police station too, or the police force if you get like beat the fuck out of and shit, or just bad shit happens?
wait, sue the police force?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or the county?
Usually you sue the city or you sue the state or whatever. That's usually how that goes down. Like this, if it happens in Atlanta, for example, then you sue the city of Atlanta. And a lot of those cases people win because police officers are often out of line. And I've seen a bunch of that where people win a bunch of money, and that is what I mean. Suing cops for doing terrible shit is exactly what you're supposed to do, because that's the only thing in the long game that's going to prevent them from doing it in the future, is because their superiors are going to be like, hey, you can't do that shit anymore. You can't do this bullshit anymore because we're going to lose all our money.
Yeah, we can't afford to lose fucking millions of dollars.
Yeah, every time you want to like, beat the shit out of somebody because they called you a pig, you can't do that.
I saw a TikTok the other day about how to get out of a DUI. I really don't know how how well that would work, but like, basically he said that you just gotta fake fucking, you hit your head, like you get out of the car and you hit your head on the ground by accident, you fall over, hit your head, trip, and then you pretend you have a concussion, and then you don't consent to them taking your blood or taking your breathalyzer, because you can't consent because you're just pretending to be mumbly because you have a really bad concussion. I don't know. I guess like it goes on until you sober up.
Well,
and like
what they're gonna do is they're
that-
gonna take you to the hospital and they're gonna examine you for a concussion, find out you don't have one, and then get a warrant for your blood test, take your blood, and realize you have alcohol in your blood.
But it might be too late at that rate.
I mean, if you're a little bit buzzed, but if you're hammered, then it's gonna be in there. You're still gonna have alcohol in your blood.
Yeah, if you have like a fucking 2.24, you should be dead. No, but yeah, I wouldn't follow that advice on TikTok or people. But maybe if you're ballsy, you might as well try YOLO if you can afford that hospital bill and shit.
Nah, here's how you get out of a DUI. Here's how you get out of a DUI.
It's probably cheaper than the court costs and lawyer costs, to be honest.
Yeah, here's how you do it.
You suck the cop's dick.
That's one way. That does work 99% of the time. Cops love a good dick sucking. They love it.
Yeah.
But the real way is when you're getting pulled over, you're like, fuck. And so you just call your buddy and you're like, hey, dude, commit a serious crime. Please, do me a solid and just like shoot somebody pretty near where I'm at. And then the cop's going to be like, hey, I got to go do that. And then you'll get out of it.
No, because they'll just have one cop go after you and then the other cop go after the fucking murder scene. Also,
no, but he's like, yeah, he's still walking up to my car, dude. You got to shoot somebody else.
Oh, the buddy's with you.
No, the buddy is like on the phone with you.
Okay.
Okay. He's like, all right, man. Like, hey, you've been letting me crash at your place for a while now, so I'll do you this solid. But like, I'm only shooting one more person.
One thing I saw too was you have a sign that says I'm symptomatic. I have COVID and I'm symptomatic. Or asymptomatic. I don't know, but you hold that up. I really don't think that would work either. But
yeah,
as I look at the clock. What? That wouldn't work? You don't think?
I think if it doesn't, then you're double fucked.
Lying to a police officer. I don't know if that's probably not a crime. But as I look at the clock, we are towards the end of our time here. Everybody, my dreamers, thank you very much for watching this episode. Also, check out this motherfucking shirt. My brand, Woke, will be launching soon. Hopefully before 2021. But it'll go at the pace it needs to go. But you can find a shirt and a couple more cool ones with cool designs on the website. I'll be informing you all as time goes on. But yeah, please subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. My name is Mikey. I'm signing out. Carson, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, if you're doing butt stuff, then remember to use a water-based lubricant because it's going to cause less of a burning sensation after a while. And
Butt
if
stuff is
you
great too.
if you enjoyed this content, then go check out my personal podcast on this channel. It's called, I was about to say the name of this one, the Shock Therapy Podcast. Comes out every Tuesday. It's a whole lot of fun. It's a whole lot of rambling. It's a whole lot of me not knowing where to go, exactly like I'm doing right now. Just don't know where I'm going to end the sentence. So check that out if you enjoyed this.
Thank you, everybody, and have a good week.
Been feeling
Disconnected now.
I get money, know I'm reckless now.
I get high, coming off the ground. This life is a prison, someone let me out.
Been feeling
Disconnected now.
I get money, know I'm reckless now.
I get high, coming off the ground. This life is a prison, someone let me